What's the deal with my good peoples? First and foremost, I would like to send abundance of love, respect, and hopefulness that you and yours are out there doing good. Man, I hope you and yours, this coming from my heart. I hope you and yours are out there doing good on all levels of life, right? But yeah, I wasn't gonna do nothing on this Charlie Kirk thing. I wasn't. I wasn't doing no video or no footage, anything on this Charlie Kirk thing. However, once I start seeing certain things come over the internet, right, over the timeline, right, and just in America, period, right? If it's in America, it's all across the world. People are looking at these things, but they got guess what they got? The media, CBS, NBC, all these different type of networks that they have, especially social media, right? Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Everybody looking at these things. So when you take that into consideration and you look at the things that are taking place and the things that are being said, maybe it was time for me to speak out. So, what I want to say in regards to this incident is to my black people, all my black people, black, or you could be Hispanic, Asian, whatever the case may be. Anything besides YT. Keep your head on the swivel. Look, man, look around. Pay attention to the individuals around you and how they act. Check their temperature. Don't become a naive victim. Pay attention to how people moving around. Because movements will tell you a whole lot about an individual. What they say out their mouth won't tell you about them. Their actions will, though. Their actions will tell you about the type of person they are. Now, there's been bomb threats to a whole lot of black colleges. But why? Let's look at this situation. Charlie Kirk, okay? They took a elderly white man into custody initially. When it first happened, they took this elderly white man, this YT man, right, into custody initially. And then it got figured out that that wasn't their guy. That wasn't their guy. But then, a day later, even though this elderly YT gentleman got taken into custody, not nobody black, Hispanic, Asian, Samoan, whatever the case may be, I'm not going to go to the racists and all that type of stuff like this. We on YT people. Whatever the case may be, they still felt the need to get out in the streets, right, and protest and say, white men fight back, white men fight back, white men fight back, white men fight back. Fight back against who? It's the question that we got for you. White man fight back against who? They had a YT elderly gentleman in custody that later got found out not to be the one that did what he did to unalive Charlie Kirk, right? So he didn't do that. But it still was a YT man, though. And y'all knowing that, y'all still got out there chanting this speech of white men fight back. White men fight back against who? That's the question. Who the fuck you fighting back against? That's what people want to know. People want to know who the fuck is you talking about fighting back against if a white T-man got taken into custody for unaliving another white T-man who whose I'm gonna say whose political stance was aligned with each other. Who y'all fighting back against, man? The world want to know that question. Cause now y'all sounding real ignorant. Cause if y'all trying to blame blacks for this, was guess what? Hold that thought. Why are these black colleges getting bomb threats? Why y'all up in the streets talking about white men fight back when it's y'all self y'all need to be fighting back against? I'm just saying. These are just questions. People need answers. The world is watching. You understand the world? The world is watching. But I got a couple of clips. I'm going to start off. Listen. I'm going to start off these couple of clips with none other than Charlie Kirk himself. He said this. Did nobody else say that? That's some of his thoughts. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. He said this. This came out his mouth. Right? So pick up on that. Don't get mad at nobody else. Right? If you get mad at anybody, should you be mad at him? He the one said it. Right? And then it manifests.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational.
But yeah, that's what Charlie Kirk had to say about public execution. He said that out of his mouth. Didn't nobody else make that up? He said that. That's the words out of his mouth to America. He brought that to America's attention. So now that happened, why y'all so mad? Then y'all want to say it's a constitutional right, or you listen, freedom of speech and freedom of this and freedom of that. Listen, he shouldn't have been unalive because of his political stance. Check this out. Malcolm X, unalive for his political stance. Fred Hampton, unalive for his political stance. Martin Luther King, unalive for his political stance. Patrice Lumumba, unalive for his political stance. The move in 1985, whole block got bombed because of their political stance. The Black Panther Party got targeted by the FBI, COINTELPRO, for their political stance. J. Edgar Hoover, you was talking to people for guess what? Their political stance. Now y'all want us to feel sympathy for empathy or whatever the word you want to use when he said that he thinks that's just some new age era things that was made up. He don't want no empathy, but y'all want us to give empathy to this gentleman, right? And we still do it too because we ain't even tripping like that. We don't hate y'all like that. Y'all hate us like that. That show y'all ignorance. Y'all still threaten to do something to somebody black when you know somebody white T did what they did to y'all folks. Y'all stand-up guy. Y'all stand-up guy got unalived by one of y'all. He's a groper. Look it up. Y'all know what it means. Y'all might not want that to be covered, but y'all know what it means. It was one of y'all. One of y'all own. A good old guy. Howdy doody. Honky donkey. Right? Lightning bolt, swastika signs, all that type of shit, right? Write certain things on shell casings so you can understand the assignment that I was on. Even though me myself, I think it was bullshit. I think he was a decoy, a fall guy. It's something bigger than what they telling us. But getting back to the situation at hand, that's what they got in custody. A YT, 22-year-old Tyler. So why the fuck are y'all targeting black colleges? The world is looking at y'all ignorance. Y'all on your own way at this point. We looking at y'all for who y'all are. Sociopaths, psychopaths, mentally disturbed. So even though the proof is right there in your face, you want to blame somebody else? The guy was a grouper. He was on your side. He was a white nationalist. His whole family was Republican. That's why his daddy turned him in. He loved old Charlie. Old Charlie. But then his son unalive old Charlie. He said, man, you gotta turn your motherfucking self in. That's my partner. So he picked his partner over his own bloodline. I'm gonna turn you in. That's my God. I praise him. He getting on his knees ready to suck his dick and all that. And he turns his own son in when he should have kept his motherfucking filthy rat hole closed. You should have shut the fuck up. Fuck you gonna turn your son in for? You was a straight sucker for that. Right? But anyway, Tyler is the one in custody for this right now. They saying Tyler's the one that unalived Charlie Kirk. Right? I think otherwise, but anyway, that's what they saying. I don't think he had enough that enough amount of skills to hit him from that far back, that accurate. But that's what they saying. But anyway, I'm gonna let Eric say a few things to y'all about something, and then I'll get right back with you in my conclusion.
Y'all were so incredibly wrong on this. I mean, y'all were talking about murder and mayhem over this guy. This kid, this one right here, he's a groiper. Look that up. If you want to fight a civil war, you may want to look around in your own party.
So there you have it. I played a couple of clips. I gave y'all my feedback on the situation that I wasn't going to even make no content on because certain things don't even need to be spoken about. I know this dude is a racist. The whole MAGA movement, y'all, listen, y'all whole organization is racist. So, I already knew y'all try to pick and find a way to include blacks in the shit that y'all got going on. His last words was, when he was asked about the gun violence, he asked, is that including gang gun violence? Who would you say commit gang gun violence? Who was he targeting when he said them words after the fatal shot was fired? Who you targeting? Man, listen to yourself. You the same person that said you support public assassination, and it shall be televised. I played that clip earlier. Everybody heard it. Them your words. Stand on them. Even when you laying down. Stand on what the fuck you say, even when you laying down, man. And his wife talking about, oh, y'all sparked a fire that y'all... A fire? This shit been on fire. For 400 plus years. What fire you talking about starting? You better pay attention to what the fuck you even talking about. Because you don't even know about the fire that already is burning. All around you. Your shit gonna get burnt down. You playing. A fire? You don't even know what a fire is. You don't know what a fire is. You only think a fire is something you cook over. You don't know what a fire is. You don't know nobody that's been in pain for all them motherfucking years, through all that motherfucking shit you did to our people, through all them motherfucking blood, sweat, and tears. And we still here, and we still fighting against this shit. Do you understand fire? You and anybody else that's watching this, do you understand what fire is? Do you really understand fire? Because we ain't forgot. We forgive, but we don't fucking forget. We know what y'all did to our people. Oh, we know that's what y'all fear. You motherfuckers fear that we know. With that being said, I'm gonna let this young lady take this out, because now I might get so disrespectful my shit'll get banned. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all know what the fuck y'all did to our people, and y'all continuously try to repeat the same shit y'all was doing in the past. Listen, if anything happened, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. If anything happened to one of them black colleges, one of ours, 5 of y'all's, period.
This is the first and the last thing that I'm gonna say about the Charlie Kirk situation. You all were not listening when I shared the definition of a PSYOP, so I'm gonna say it again. A PSYOP, or a psychological operation, is a military tactic that aims to influence the state of mind. It does this through means that are not necessarily combative, like spreading information on a broadcast or media platform. The goal of a PSYOP is to affect the emotions and behavior of a targeted audience in order to support a military agenda. I'm not going to get into morality because y'all have already done that, but I am going to suggest that you think about who this narrative ultimately serves. Watch the way that this has divided the people. Watch the way that this has created an us versus them narrative. Notice what this has done to the collective's behaviors and emotions. And then tell me that this is not a PSYOP. The conservative will mourn, the liberal will celebrate, but the revolutionary knows that this was intentionally manufactured to divide us. The root of our problems is still the same. The US imperialist still wants dominion over your mind, body, and spirit. Do you want to know how to make a PSYOP less effective? You do not allow it to influence your behavior, thoughts, and emotions, and you stay steadfastly focused on who the true enemy is.